Welcome students. So in today's class we shall be starting with the next chapter of banking and finance. So the first important topic under that chapter is commercial banks. So now let us start with what are these commercial banks, how they help to improve the banking sector and as well as provide services to the customers and common people. So a commercial bank is a bank which accepts the demand deposit and allows withdrawal of money. It also allows withdrawal of money either by check or by any other means. Such banks are known as commercial banks. However, nowadays commercial banks perform many other functions, we can say, such as they provide finance to the trade. The other functions performed are they also provide finance for trade, industry and commerce. They also help to transfer money from one place to another. Transfer money from one place to another. So now let us discuss first of all the functions of, or we can say the services provided by the commercial banks. So we shall be starting from the functions, or we can say the services of commercial banks. So there are a total of 3 types of services provided. Number 1 is services to depositors, towards depositors. Next is by way of loans. Next is services by way of loans. And lastly, the miscellaneous. Now let us start them one by one. So the first is the services to the depositors. So what are the various services that are provided by commercial banks to the depositors? The number 1 is the bank provides a means for saving the money. So firstly, it provides a means of saving the money. So how it can save the money? Through accepting the money on deposits or saving accounts on which reasonable interest is paid. So money is usually accepted through deposit or saving accounts. And why people should deposit the money? Because a reasonable interest is also paid on this. These are all interest valued accounts. So people usually try to invest. They provide the following facilities to their customers. So number 1 is the collect the amount of check, demand drafts and bills of exchange, local and foreign bills on the behalf of their depositors. So they can collect the amount of checks, then demand draft bills of exchange, local and foreign bills, on behalf of their customers. So these are the services. The first service that is provided by the bank. So the next one is they offer discounting facilities. So some discounting facilities are also offered. In respect of local and foreign bills of their depositors. So some discounting facilities are also provided. And thirdly, they also pay insurance premiums. So some banks also pay insurance premiums, subscription and taxes also on behalf of their customers if desired. So these are some of the basic facilities that are provided by the commercial banks to the depositors. So now the next one is services by way of loans. So there are number of methods through which the commercial bank lends money to their customers. These can be, number one, overdraft. So the basic one is the overdraft. So what is an overdraft? We have come many times face to face with this term, what is an overdraft. So now let us see. Under this scheme, a customer is allowed to draw the check even if there is no balance amount standing to the credit of his account. So basically in this, a customer is allowed to draw checks even if there is no balance in account. So this permits him to overdraw his account. Banks, however, fix a limit for a customer beyond which there can be no further overdrawing. So a limit is fixed of overdraft. The overdraft facility is, however, allowed only against some security. So it is only allowed against some sort of security The next type of loan provided is through cash credit. Now what is a cash credit? Under this scheme, a bank fixes a limit up to which a customer may borrow the money from the bank against some security. So a fixed limit of money that can be borrowed from bank against some kind of security. The cash credit account of the customer is operated on regular basis, and the money he borrows when he needs it and repays it when he is able to do so. So for this, an interest is charged by the bank on the outstanding amount in the cash credit account. So for this, an interest that is very reasonable is charged by the bank on outstanding amount in the accounts. So the third one is the loans. When a bank advances a certain sum to a customer against some security or mortgage, it is called as a loan. The loan is not generally granted on long-term basis. These are short-term finances against some security or a mortgage. Next one is the discounting of bills. So under this scheme, the banks encash their customers' bills. So in this, the banks encash the customer's bill before they become due for payment. So before the due date. For this service, bank charges a nominal discount. So for this, a nominal discount is charged. So after this, the third type of services that are provided are miscellaneous services. Now the third type of services that are charged are miscellaneous services. So under these miscellaneous services, the bank provides some additional facilities also. So number one, it helps to buy and sell shares, bond and debentures on behalf of the customers. So it buys and sells shares, bonds and debentures on behalf of customers. Secondly, it also accepts its customers' valuable articles such as jewelry, securities for safekeeping in a strong room meant for this purpose. So facility of strong room, or we can say lockers, is also provided by the banks for the safekeeping of belongings of the customers. Then we can say it also collects the interest and dividend on securities and share belongings. It collects interest or the dividend obtained on securities and shares. It also makes a regular payment of subscription insurance premium on behalf of the customers. Regular payment of premium and bills also is done by the bank on behalf of the customer. So a bank also undertakes the credit transfer from one branch to another. The facility of credit transfer from bank to bank or from one branch to another branch of the same bank. Then it accepts the and pays the bills of exchange and also help in import of goods or export. So a bank also lends the facility of import and export transactions for its customers. Then it also helps people on going and planning to abroad by arranging the foreign exchange. So it also provides foreign exchange to the people who try to visit the other countries, and it provides assistance and advises the customer in regard to investment and other financial matters. So somehow it also helps to invest the money in the financial matters. So students, this was all regarding the commercial banks. So now let us see what we have studied till now. So the commercial banks are the banks which accept the demand deposit and allows the withdrawal of money by check or by any other means. They provide finance for trade, industry, commerce, transfer of money from one place to another. So the functions that are provided are services to the depositors. Now the services to the depositor, they can be collection of the amount of check, discounting facilities, paying the insurance premiums. Then the services by way of loans, these include overdraft, credits, loans and discounting of bills. And thirdly, the miscellaneous services, they are quite huge in numbers, but these help the customers to have a better knowledge of financial matters. So I hope the concept of commercial bank is clear to you now.